Welcome back, everyone, to the channel. We've got a huge breaking news story today that's shaking up the NFL world. We're talking about the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, and a blockbuster trade that has everyone buzzing. That's right, Dak Prescott's future in Dallas is now up in the air, as the Cowboys have reportedly landed his replacement for the 2025 season. This move could change the entire landscape of the NFC East, and it has some serious implications for the Cowboys' long-term plans. As always, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss any updates about your favorite team. Now, let's dive into the details of this jaw-dropping trade. Now, you might be wondering what's going on. Is Dak Prescott being traded? Is the Cowboys front office making a statement about his future with the team? These are the questions swirling around the NFL community right now, and we've got all the details for you. But before we get into the trade itself, let's quickly look at where the Cowboys stand and how this all came about. The Dallas Cowboys have been one of the most successful franchises in the NFL for decades. They've seen highs, they've seen lows, but one thing's for sure: when the Cowboys make moves, the whole league takes notice. Dak Prescott has been the face of the franchise since he took over for Tony Romo back in 2016, and he's helped lead Dallas to the playoffs multiple times. But despite his regular season success, the Cowboys have struggled to make a deep playoff run. That's led to growing questions about Prescott's ability to lead the team to the ultimate prize, a Super Bowl victory. This year, however, something is different. Rumors started swirling in the offseason about the Cowboys possibly looking for a quarterback of the future. It started as just whispers, but as time went on, those whispers grew louder. Was Dak Prescott truly the long-term answer for Dallas? Would the Cowboys finally be ready to pull the trigger on a move that many fans and analysts have speculated about for years? We saw some signs of it when the Cowboys decided not to extend Dak Prescott's contract last offseason, and there were hints that they might be thinking about the future. Could they draft a QB? Would they look to trade for a star signal caller? Well, folks, it looks like we now have the answer. It happened. In what can only be described as a blockbuster move, the Dallas Cowboys have acquired none other than a highly coveted quarterback who many experts have been saying is a future MVP in the league. Let's break it down. The Cowboys traded details of the trade to bring player name to Dallas. This is not just a minor adjustment to the roster, it's a seismic shift in the Cowboys' future, and it has everyone asking the same question: what does this mean for Dak Prescott? First, let's talk about Dak Prescott. The 2025 season is now on the horizon, and as of right now, Dak is the face of the Cowboys offense. But with this new trade, it's clear that the Cowboys front office is looking at player name as the future of the franchise. Many of you might be wondering, what about Dak? Well, here's the thing: this trade doesn't necessarily mean Dak is gone right away, but it does signal a shift in how the Cowboys are approaching the future. Let's not forget Dak has been good, but not great in the postseason. There's been talk that the Cowboys might be ready to move on if they believe that Prescott doesn't have what it takes to get them to the next level. And with player name coming in, they're essentially setting up a backup plan for the 2025 season. Does that mean Dak will be traded? Not necessarily. But it does mean that the Cowboys are ready to start thinking about life after Prescott. So, who is this new quarterback, and why did the Cowboys make this move? Player name has been nothing short of spectacular since entering the league. Insert details about player name's career achievements, statistics, and potential. Whether it's his arm strength, mobility, or leadership on the field, player name brings everything that the Cowboys have been looking for in a quarterback. And let's not forget, the Cowboys have a stellar offensive line and a deep pool of talent at the skill positions. If there was ever a time for a young quarterback to step in and thrive, it's now. This trade has massive implications not only for the quarterback position but for the entire Cowboys franchise moving forward. By bringing in Dallas is making a clear statement that they are committed to the future. They are no longer in win-now mode with a veteran quarterback, they're thinking about building a dynasty. Now, we all know that the Cowboys are one of the most well-known teams in the league, and they are expected to contend every year. But what this trade does is shift the focus from trying to win with Prescott to building around a younger quarterback. The future is bright, but it's going to be a bumpy ride as this new QB learns the system and gets acclimated to the pressures of being the starting quarterback for America's team. So, what does this all mean for the Cowboys heading into the 2025 season? Will they be able to immediately compete for a Super Bowl with this new quarterback at the helm? It's going to take some time to build chemistry, but with the weapons around him, like insert player names of key receivers, running backs, etc., there's certainly a lot of potential for the Cowboys to remain competitive in the NFC. But let's be real, there are questions. Can handle the pressure of being the starting quarterback in Dallas? The expectations will be sky high, and the spotlight will always be on him. How will he perform in the postseason? These are all questions that we'll need to watch closely over the next few years as the Cowboys try to figure out how to balance their future with their present. One of the most intriguing aspects of this trade is how Dak Prescott is going to react. You can imagine that he's going to have a lot to say about this move. Will he embrace the competition? Or will this trade be the writing on the wall for his time in Dallas? There's a lot of uncertainty surrounding Prescott's future with the team, and his reaction could be telling. Will he step up to the challenge and prove everyone wrong, or will this trade push him to seek opportunities elsewhere? Time will tell, but you can bet that Dak's next steps are going to be just as interesting as the trade itself. Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture here. The NFC East is one of the most competitive divisions in football, and the Cowboys have often been in the mix for the top spot. But with this trade, the dynamics of the division could change in a big way. The Cowboys are now firmly in the rebuilding for the future camp, while their rivals, the Eagles, Giants, and Commanders, will be closely watching to see how this move plays out. This could open the door for one of these teams to take control of the division in the near future. In conclusion, this is a pivotal moment for the Dallas Cowboys. A blockbuster trade has shaken up the team's future, and now the question remains, what will the Cowboys do with Dak Prescott? Will they trade him away, or will they keep him around as a mentor to the new QB? The 2025 season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory for Dallas, and we're all going to be watching closely to see how this all unfolds. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story, and as always, drop your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of the trade? The future of the Cowboys? Let's discuss. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Dallas Cowboys news.